You are listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer, presented by Richard A. Boxshall, in which I chronicle my life and attempts to become a professional writer by, doing some writing daily, hopefully. Hello, today is Thursday, the 5th of September 2024. You're listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer. Haven't been writing today, obviously, because I flew back this morning from Boston. We landed... can't remember exactly when we landed, but I was home at by about midday, at which point I did a few things that I needed to do, and then I slept because I've been up all night till about 5:30, and at 5:30 I watched some telly, nothing live, just streaming stuff, and then I've just been out to Waitrose to do a little top-up shop. One of the things I'm really, really bad at, and I need to get better at, is within the industry, or certainly within the company I work for, we call the day you land landing day. Really hard to work out why. And it tends to be a wipeout kind of day because you're always jet lagged and tired. And one of the things I'm really bad at is making sure I've planned ahead for it. So I rarely have food in the house, excuse me, for landing day. So I've got this really bad habit of going on, Uber Eats or whatever the other options are, and just getting, to put it politely, crap delivered. Not always McDonald's, but whatever. There's a quite nice Greek place that delivers stuff, but it's always very overpriced for what it actually is. So not only am I regularly eating stuff that's bad for me, but I'm also spending far too much money, unnecessary amounts of money on it. So I use the Organizer app on my iPhone. It's just a bullet point tasks thing that you can schedule. So I've actually scheduled now the day before I fly to make sure I've got something in the freezer for the day I get back. And I've just been to Waitrose, done a little top-up shop. So I've got some ready meals. I'm quite good at cooking for myself, but not on landing day. So I've got some ready meals and bits and pieces shoved in the freezer, ready for that. So, so that's good. And put a little note, a recurring note on my app. What's the app called? Let's see if I can find it. Lists. So it's just a lists app. And so it's just a list of things to remind myself to do. When I'm in a less organised phase, I can use it to get organised. So at the moment, the stuff I'm doing regularly is happening. So the daily jobs I need to do, like reconciling bank accounts and keeping certain parts of the house tidy. But there's a backlog of about 20 things that I need to get round to doing. And one of them... I'm trying to get at least one or two of those backlog jobs done every day when I'm at home. So eventually they'll all get done anyway. Because I go through phases of being terribly organised or terribly disorganised. And at the moment I'm in a more organised phase because I'm looking at some of the things I do badly, like having food in the house for landing day and trying to resolve it. So that's good. If I hadn't slept for as long, and I needed to sleep, I was very tired when I got home. If I hadn't slept for as long, I would have tried to do some writing today, but that's not going to happen. But that's fine. So tomorrow, my entire plan is I am going. Well, firstly, there's a book that I ordered a few days ago. That's arrived. I actually meant to pick it up tonight when I did my Waitrose shop from the Amazon locker, and I got to the Amazon locker, punched in the code, and then realised I hadn't had it sent to the Amazon locker. I'd had it sent to a pick-up point at a local post office, which obviously isn't open at sort of 7:45 at night. So I shall do that tomorrow. The book is a short story collection called The Brumology. I can't remember if it's a particular genre or just stories set around Birmingham. But one of the stories in it is by my friend T.G. Campbell, who writes the Bow Street Society mystery series. And it's one of the short stories from that. So I believe that will... I believe I can pick that up tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to reading that. And she's also hinted that there's something in there that's relevant to the next book, book 7, that she's in the process of writing. So it'll be good to read that. So I shall pick that up tomorrow. Then I'm going to walk into town. I'm going to order... There's another book in the sort of Tolkien collection that I'm getting. I think it's more of a to Z of of Middle Earth, but it's in the same format and as the lovely collection I've bought recently of all the books and the history of Middle Earth, so they'll look gorgeous on the shelf together. So I'm going to go and order that, have some lunch and do some writing. I'm still pondering exactly what I want to do with chapter 36. I know the broad strokes that need to happen within it, but I'm struggling to work out what scenes to do in what order. So that's something I'm going to possibly even mull over tonight, actually, because I do need to start the actual process of writing tomorrow, because I really do. I've set myself a 16 podcast deadline for each chapter, and we're already on, what is it today, 119, so this is already the third day and I haven't committed pen to paper. Having said that, I've been working for those 3 days, so I have a reason. It's not an excuse, it's a reason. Now, I had considered doing another emergency questions podcast today, but I haven't, purely because I've found 6 minutes of other stuff to talk about to let you know what I'm doing tomorrow. So that'll do for today. Thank you very much for listening. I'll be back probably earlier, because it's going to be probably 8:30 tonight before this hits the pod waves. But yes, I shall be back tomorrow, probably earlier, to tell you how I got on with the writing. Thank you for listening. Take care. Bye-bye. You have been listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer, presented by Richard A. Boxall. Thank you for tuning in to my random ramblings, and if you'd like to know more about me or my projects, visit my link tree at linktr.ee/Richard Writes, capital R, capital W. Thank you for listening.